What is up, guys? It's Nifty Q. I'm sitting here with my main man, Gifted. We are going to do the Tuesday rehash for you guys. We're taking the top 10 stories from across the Web3 and NFT space. We're going to try to get it into like a 6-minute video for y'all. Hopefully we stay on time. Gifted, what's up, brother?
I'm just excited to run these down. If you don't know what the rehash is, it is all of the top stories, 10 top stories from Web3, the last 24 hours, put together in a nice, digestible, easy thread over on the X app. And so here, we're just going to run through these as quickly as we possibly can to get you exactly what you need to know.
All right, so we're taking basically what's happening on X and we're bringing it over to YouTube. Hopefully y'all like the content. I'm going to get directly in here to our first story, which is MetaMask coming out with MetaMask Snaps. This was a big breaking news that happened earlier this morning, essentially taking your MetaMask app and making it into a Google Chrome extension Superman app. So they're taking all these third-party developers and saying, hey, you can build even apps that are on other chains and absolutely connect them to your MetaMask. It's pretty huge news, man. I thought it was the biggest news of the day by far.
Yeah, definitely going to add a whole lot of functionality to the MetaMask app, and it's open source so communities can develop their own dApps to plug directly into MetaMask. Going to be exciting to see where this goes. Very powerful.
Real quick, I wanted to show off the apps that you can see now before we move on. You can see that the Snaps directory includes a lot. So one of the main ones here, Gift, that is going to be Wallet Guard. But there's also some Arweave. There's also Sui Wallet. So you can see already that there are connections. Algorand, there's connection to other chains. So that's huge to me.
And Tezos, increasing interoperability all over the place for MetaMask with this. And yeah, Wallet Guard called out because security is key. Might be the first snap that you want to try.
All right, I see a Solana integration in there too. All right, next story is going to be moving on into the NounsDAO. So NounsDAO is one of the largest NFT DAOs, if you will, across the entire ecosystem. They basically introduced a forking system for the community. So there's a bunch of people that bought Nouns at a really high price that aren't happy with where the treasury is going. They essentially said, we want to leave. We're going to put down this proposal that anybody in Nouns can redeem their Nouns at 35 ETH per Noun. A ton of people are actually taking them up. You can see Hunter Solaire here. 40% of the Nouns are quitting the DAO and claiming a refund.
Over 40%. Yeah. So what does this mean for DAOs moving forward? It's just an interesting situation to watch. A lot of people do think NounsDAO is one of the best examples so far, but this is going to be an interesting fork, an interesting new direction that we'll be covering as it develops.
Do you like the term fork? Because right now what we're seeing from BCheck here is the NounsDAO treasury has been sliced from $28K, so $44 million to $27 million in the matter of days. This is due to the fork. Do you like that term?
The fork is just referring to the escrow that people are moving into if they're moving out using this rage quit mechanic, this option. So if they're forking out, those are the forked nouns. And yeah, forking is, I guess, just a term that we use in Web3 wherever there's some kind of split in a contract of some kind.
All right, the next story hits close to home. This is going to be Bored Ape Yacht Club and the Rift, if you will, the Yuga Labs Rift and raid that is upcoming on Thursday, September 14th. This was initially delayed. We were supposed to get into the Rift last week and we did not. Now we see it's coming out on September 14th. On the same day, Rec League, the Animoca Brands and Yuga Labs partnership game is set to come out as well. Kind of crazy to me.
There's a lot going on with Web3 games right now. I'm excited that they're moving forward, and we'll see how it goes in the next couple of days.
All right, the next piece is a little bit concerned with Rec League. We had an announcement from Oni Force that was pretty big surrounding their Oni points system. So if you have your PFP as an Oni or want to do so, not financial advice, by the way, you can earn points. Well, they're now introducing other points or other utilities into holding those points. So you can see OniForce, the journey is about to begin. We're excited to announce that Animoca Brands and Rec League are the official sponsors for our Oni Point System Season 1. It looks like $200,000 in rewards are going to be up for grabs for Oni holders in that time. Oh, muted.
Always cool to see cool projects collaborating and creating rewards opportunities for their collectors. So yeah, a couple big cool projects here doing something unique and interesting to reward holders.
All right, one last point on this Rec League piece. We do see this going live on Thursday. I wanted to get you guys some behind the scenes footage that happened with some founders. You can see Frank DeGods is there. He was playing WAB in the final, basically. Actually, no, Jonah was in the final, but they fought here, Frank and WAB, and WAB came out victorious. So that was a really cool Founders Cup that they did. But yeah, the gameplay's on Thursday.
I definitely hope to see a lot more tournaments as Web3 games get going, as more of these games become viable and get, a lot more interest. I'm excited for parallel tournaments and hopefully Rec League as well. I got my Majestic box.
All right, I don't know how to talk about this next story, okay? This is the Milady's founder, the previously undoxed Milady's founder, female founder, that has now come out to be found as the Palantir, a Palantir employee, essentially. Krishna Aukhandiar. So one of the largest projects in NFTs, even when all the other NFT projects were collapsing, Milady's was somehow on the run, up 20%, 30% sometimes on the day. Well, it looks like they're in for some rough times ahead, because not only is this Krishna Aukhandiar being doxxed now to some negative press, but they also had a dev potentially steal $1 million.
Yeah, well, on the run, it doesn't hurt to have Elon Musk posting about you on X. That was a big part of it. This is definitely a surprise, but also not a surprise to see that there's some interesting people actually pulling the strings behind Milady's. And yeah, definitely another one for us to follow, and we will be doing that.
All right, there's a huge unlock happening here with FTX. So you obviously know SBF and FTX and the debacle that led to the demise of the industry for at least a little while. Well, there was a report that they had a bunch of tokens that they're going to be liquidating to pay off the people that have lost a ton of money in that debacle. So B-Check is coming in here saying not all coins will be equally affected by the FTX sell-off. Solana and Aptos had the highest sell pressure to volume at 81 to 74% respectively. TRX, so Tron, Doge, and Matic have reasonable sell pressure related to how much FTX holds there of those tokens.
Yeah, I believe it's over $3 billion of total sell pressure incoming because of this liquidity, or not liquidity event, this sell off. So, obviously maybe another step down for crypto and some of those specific tokens that you mentioned, but potentially a buying opportunity if you are bullish on Solana or any of those others.
All right, speaking of bullish, last two stories. Well, I guess the first one is pretty bullish. If you're bullish on Friendtech, you are doing extremely well. This app is taking off. You can see from NFT stats here, there were more wallets trading Friendtech keys yesterday than wallets trading ETH NFTs across major exchanges. This comparison keeps getting made. Obviously, NFT volume down, Friendtech volume up. There's still going to be a lot of ways to make money. Again, not financial advice, in this app, and I think increasingly so as everybody's kind of waiting on an airdrop.
It's another one of these stories that we cannot not follow. We're gonna have to keep reporting on it, even if we don't always want to. There's a lot of volume and a lot of interest over there right now, and I'm on it. I'm just not putting a lot of my liquidity there right now. But hey, you could make money. You could also lose it.
All right, last story of the day. Someone lost money on this Vitalik hack. This kind of sent shockwaves to the ecosystem over the last 24 hours. Vitalik basically went to Warpcast to explain that his X account got SIM swapped. A bunch of people lost money. About $700,000 worth of assets were lost in this NFT scam because, of course, the hackers went directly and posted about some NFT that people needed to get. Last thoughts here, Gif.
Security is foremost. That's why we mentioned the wallet guard snap there in MetaMask might be a dApp that you want to integrate and try out. There's the UB keys, I believe is what they're called. There's different ways to protect your social media, but that's it. Just make sure that you're focused on security, hygiene, and doing things to protect yourself, because there's scammers all over the place. And that's it. That's the rehash. Those are the top stories from the last 24 hours in Web3. And smash the like if you got something out of it. We will be back tomorrow because these are daily. We're always here. Our Vibe, our tribe.
OVOT.